here at the Yorkshire Pasta Company, we make the most incredible pasta using all these techniques that we went over and actually learned in Italy from pasta manufacturers. First of all, you need to get your ingredients. So for us, it's just flour and water, and you mix them together. So you really need to combine them and work the ingredients well so that you develop some gluten, and that's what's going to give you structure further down the line. You mix the flour and the water and that develops a really nice dough. You then need to take that dough and create shapes. So one of the really cool and interesting bits about making pasta for us is how you get that massive big vat of dough and turn it into pasta. So this is a bronze die. This would usually, in a big factory, be made of plastic because they want to make pasta very quickly and lots of it. So you end up with bright yellow, shiny pasta. The trick to making artisan pasta is that this is made of bronze. So we're going to push all of the dough through the backs of here, and it comes out making these really cool, funky shapes. So this is the fusilli. But when you look at this pasta, because we've used the bronze and it's an artisan technique, we've made it very slowly, this pasta is very, very rough. So when you stir the pasta and the sauce together, it cuddles it and coats it amazingly. So that's what makes our pasta really special. So in terms of making pasta, we need to take that piece of dough that we've made into a shape, in this case it was the fusilli, we need to be able to dry that so that it can stay in your cupboard until it's cooked. One of the really incredible tricks and secrets to the way that we make it is that we do this overnight. It's a very low and gentle process. This is where the magic happens. We lay the pasta onto our beautiful wooden racks and then we put it into a dryer and we control that process, every element of it. So we decide on the temperature, the time, the humidity, and we make that pasta dry perfectly so that the moisture is left behind and you have this incredible pasta that we know will just sit in a bag on a shelf in a shop or in a pantry until the pasta is ready to eat. The quality will remain. It doesn't have any stabilisers or any preservatives in it. It's just the flour and water, but it's that incredible drying process. And it's very unique because not only does it dry it so that it lasts longer, it also makes it taste delicious. The flour was one of the biggest challenges in setting up a food business, making British pasta. Flour usually for pasta is called semolina and it comes from durum wheat, and that is produced and sourced usually in Europe, in Italy and from further afield. But for me it was really important for a British pasta company not to be importing from Italy. So we found flour that's grown here. The really important characteristics for pasta is a really high protein content, and there's other factors in there as well to do with gluten development and starch, but it was important for us to understand that, and that's where my food science background came in handy. I was able to talk to a miller and explain exactly what I needed, and we were able to come up with a blend of different varieties of flour to get exactly those characteristics that we wanted. The pasta that we make matches everything that a pasta that you would usually have. But personally, I think there's so many properties in our British flour that make it a superior pasta. So I really did have to understand the impact that starting a new business and creating food here in Malton would have on the planet. The packaging for me was really important. I didn't want plastic. And so we've developed a paper packaging. The flour that comes to us is from a mill just on the doorstep, so a very short supply chain. And again, when the pasta leaves here, it goes directly to where it needs to be. We're not holding it in a big factory or a warehouse, it's just going out in a local delivery firm and it ends up going across the UK. And it can go to shops and it can go to people's front doors as well. Another element was the energy that we're going to use here. So we took the opportunity to use solar, so that's something that we're very proud of.